I'm CJ Jumcoli, returning from my sophomore season with LSU football's Fighting Tigers, and here are 10 things I learned my freshman year. No, I am not saying that college football is easy. Just bear with me for a second. Growing up, college football was the second closest thing to the NFL. Between them crazy highlight tapes of players hurdling, juking, spin moving, sidestepping, spectacular catching, you start to get the idea that college football is all about the freak athletes, those that if you can't match, you cannot compete with. But I'm here to tell you, man, that is not the truth at all. It is a huge component, but I'll tell you what's a bigger component. It's the things that you do not see on that field. The work put in the film room, the discipline, the mindset set in place, whether it be in your journal, whether it be in your reading, whether it be in the things that you say to yourself at night, the countless hours put in relentlessly showing up, day in and day out. A lot of things that you hear, but it's bigger than you think. If you see a guy that's fast, there's a brother out there that's willing to work, understand the route concepts, understand the pass rush lanes, who will put himself in position to outwork you, and therefore outcompete you, and therefore be better than you. Man, that is more of what makes college football than actually playing college football. So the reason I say it isn't as hard as you think is because you think that if you don't got it, then it's too bad. But no, if you're willing to show up, if you're willing to put in extra time, if you're willing to sacrifice, to be resilient, to be tenacious, to show up even when you're not seeing results, man, you've cut 90% of the work down. You put in the work, you practice consistently, you're diligent in that, man, Saturday night is just a rough estimate, 10% of the work that shows up. Now, for anybody that say ball is life, man, that's great. All I'm saying is, I implore you to see any sport, but particularly football in my experience, as more of a foundation, as more of a means to a greater good than just a standalone project. Football is a foundation, a wide, vast foundation in which you have resources, attention, supports, things of that nature. Now, these are all great in and of themselves, but it would be a huge disservice to both yourself and the game not to use that to propel yourself to whatever goals you may have. You can be the football player, or you can be whatever you want, with football being the foundation on which you build it. You know what I'm saying? I can hop on the camera right now. Imagine a woman, bro. Imagine the woman of your dreams. She look good. She cook good. What else? Freaking dude, I don't even know. She clean. She got generations worth of money. Man, when you go out with her, people are looking. She love on you, on your mama, on your daddy, on your grandma, on your brother, on your best friend, on a janitor. Can't make this up. The bank clerk, the mailman, the pizza boy, shoot, maybe even the lunch lady. Anybody that'll excite her more than you will get her love. But man, she looks so good. And you look good with her. Especially when you spoil her and give her all she want, boy, that attention comes flying in. So what do? Will you stay down with her? Find a way despite the joy and the pain, the love and the hate, the confidence and the insecurity? Will you break up with her and try your luck elsewhere? Will you beat her at her own game? Man, what would you do? Her name is college football. Now, of course, I had the opportunity to learn this elsewhere in life, but it's accentuated and highlighted when you come and play college football, particularly just going to college in general. This world is like a wave. It'll be flowing this way one day, then the next day it's gonna come thrashing and crash another way. And I say all that to say, if you don't decide who you're going to be, what you're going to endure, what you're going to fight for, the type of person that you want to be tomorrow, the things that you're working for, all of those things will be decided for you. Now, if you're cool with that, then you can try your luck. But more often than not, you're not gonna like who you end up being. These goals, these values, these morals that will be imparted upon you. Because as I said, just like a wave, they'll be going this way, then they'll be going that way, then they'll be going that way. Then... Come on, man, what are we doing? One of my biggest fears growing up, which is actually a funny thing because I'm a kid, thinking about, man, I do not want to be average. I do not want to be okay with being okay. Now, of course, that's a great thing to have as a kid, but as you grow up, you realize how important it is to harbor this mindset. Complacency is like a silent disease that ravages your body without you even knowing until it's too late. Once symptoms show, man, the damage is already done. Unless you're okay with your potential being absolutely nullified and the effect that you could have in this life being stolen from you, then be on the lookout for complacency and destroy it. Stand firm like a man or a woman and press on. Kill complacency. It ain't gonna help you in any setting or situation. It is not your friend, no matter how good it feels. It's just instant gratification. The price gotta be paid. Whether you pay it today or tomorrow is up to you, but I'll tell you right now, you better do it today and enjoy it tomorrow. Because if you enjoy it today, you're gonna pay tomorrow. Shit. I know my dad for that. Boy, that's mom, boy. This actually is a crucial defense against complacency, which my freshman year made a world of difference, and that's scheduling your day. Man, having a routine, having a calendar, having an understanding of what you're gonna do is great, but the emphasis is day. Every single day you should wake up and understand my time is going here. Because truly, I learned this year, time is a currency. Man, it's great that you get money, it's great that you get whatever other resources you can think of, but the most important of all your resources is time. There is no refunds, there is no, oops, my bad, I spent it there, let me go ahead and get some more. No. So, maximize it. And what better way to maximize it, not with words, but with action. My time is going here. Now you leave it up to yourself. And if you mess up there, you won't be wondering what happened to me. You know what happened. But no, seriously, schedule your day. It'll make a world of difference, and I learned that, actually, the good way. Grew a lot because of it. Now I'm gonna emphasize this, I ain't learned this in college, but it was something that I got to reinforce day in and day out and be reminded of how important it is. So essentially your heart is just the immaterial part of you. Your thoughts, your feelings, the consciousness, if you will. Things that you cannot touch but are very much you. Now, the best way that I can describe it is like eating. Just as you eat food and it's gonna show up in your body, as you let in something into your eyes or into your ears, it's gonna show up, not in your stomach, but in your thoughts, in your feelings, in the ways that you feel inclined to operate, i.e. in very important ways. So, what does this mean? You better watch what you're listening to. You better watch what you're listening to. Be very mindful, because when you turn on that music that's talking about, I'm gonna shoot Tyrone because he made me mad, because I don't like the way he's looking at me. You listen to that music a couple of times, and then you start feeling anxious, start feeling angry, start feeling mad, and wonder why. I'll tell you why. Because what you let into the heart is surely gonna flow out of it. And everything flows from the heart. You watching Love Island. I don't know what you're hearing on that show, because I don't watch that. What you're hearing, what you're seeing going on there, the sexy bods, I don't know. And then you're wondering why you feeling lustful. You're wondering why you dysfunctional and can't find a proper partner because you keep watching this. I don't know what that, no disrespect to anyone on the show, but truly, just be mindful. Because what you let into the heart, and I cannot emphasize this enough, is going to flow out of it. And everything flows from the heart. Another lesson that I did not learn in college, but got to experience, got to be tested, and got to grow in and day out. If you think that you're going to skip a rep and it's not going to matter, you got another thing coming. If you think that you can go out maybe once a week, twice a week, you got another thing coming. If you think you Michael Jordan, fade away, shoot into the trash can, you miss, you're not gonna pick it up, you walk away, think there's no consequences. Brother, you got another thing coming. Because the way you do anything truly is the way you do everything. And of course I can sit here and say, oh, bad things will happen if you, man, great things happen. Let's say I decide, man, I'm gonna do extra rep. Let's say I decide, I'm gonna clean up my room. Let's say I decide there's some trash on my desk, but my roommate put that junk there, and I pick it up. Little things like that, they matter. They show up in a big time, in a big way. College football, man, you just do a little extra work. Here, it stacks up and it shows up in the biggest moments on Saturday nights. But again, man, we don't get to Saturday nights without the Monday, the Tuesday, the Wednesday, Thursday, the Friday, the Sunday nights and mornings and evenings. Simple. I mean. Now, on a little more serious note, man, in college, especially my freshman year, I learned, man, there's a huge difference. And again, I knew of these concepts, but to experience them firsthand is a different thing. There's a huge difference between being alone and being lonely. Sometimes you're gonna have to thug it out, stick it out, stand alone, stand firm. You have to spend time and understand who you are without any distractions, whether it be technological or whether it be humano. Communal. Sometimes you need to be alone to figure out who you are. Sometimes you need to be alone to figure out what you're willing to do, what you're capable of. But being alone all the time is not how we're made. We are social creatures, not just in a social way like, oh, I just want to be around people. No, we're better together. I know this sounds corny, but it's facts. So be very mindful, again, of whether you're alone or you're lonely. Because you could be alone and not be lonely at all. But you could be in a room full of people and be very lonely. But of all the things that I have learned my freshman year, the biggest, the most colossal, most magnificently effervescent, ineffably incomparable thing that I've learned, which of course I already knew, but definitely took leaps and bounds in understanding the great importance of this, is faith. And understanding that the countless hours of blood, the sweat, the tears, the anxiety, the uncertainty, the worry, the doubt, the stress, the joy, the triumph, that all these things aren't just random occurrences, aren't just atoms crashing left to the right, molecules that just happen to line up correctly, or just dumb luck, but purposeful, intent-filled, direction placed. I don't even know what vocabulary words used anymore, but the emphasis is there's a reason. Yes, I'm CJ Jumcoli. I don't have an outro yet, but man, my beautiful kings and queens, be blessed. Know that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Know that you have a purpose, that there's a plan to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you hope and a future. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Be blessed, my brothers and sisters.